Entering a brand new decade, time really does fly. Stronger bosses and stronger equipment, we'll really have to try. 24 full years of questing, making dead we've never been. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2010. Welcome back to July 5th, 2010. A little bit more Hunter here. Black Salamanders. Well, there is level 95 Hunter. That is a few different things here. Open this up and look at it. Obviously. We get the Sated Ancient Effigies, which do exist. Effigies are a thing. Could barehand catch Black Warlocks if we had 90 agility. And later on, Crystal Implings, Barehanded Crystal Implings, Origami, and Big Game Hunter Malatops. So those are all nice things in the future. Somewhat. We need to make sure we keep on picking up the traps and stuff here, or they'll all despawn and then we need to go get it more ropes and nets, and that's inconvenient. Yeah. 95. Getting there. And just a while later, there is level 96 Hunter. Look at that. Just gonna leave these on the ground here. Don't need them anymore. Or we'll need them later. Don't have space for them. We'll get to that. 96 Hunter. That is Ornate Arc Turtles and Big Game Hunter Pavosaurus Rexes. Once those exist. I think that is the last Big Game Hunter dinosaur, so that's good for when that's a thing. Amazing. Yeah. Takes a little bit to get the levels here. In the upper 90s. XP. There's a lot of it. Anyways. Let's get out of the wilderness. Keep using these teleport to house tabs that we got from Love Story. That's good stuff. Takes up less inventory spaces, which is nice. Anyways. Now, updates. On July 6th, 2010, membership available via Paymo in Australia at a 9% discount. Still more expensive than just using a card or something, but sure. Also get the Players Gallery. Got Crash Stars, Wizards, Butterfly Hunter, Duel Arena stuff. All kinds of fun stuff. Players Gallery. On July 7th, 2010, the Looky Likey costume competition winners. We had Shaggy and Scooby-Doo, the Beatles, and Dr. Zoidberg. And do quite a bit with cosplay stuff and stuff like that. Dressing up. Looking fun. On July 9th, 2010, a blog on court cases. 150,000 words written for the 16 court cases. Batch 1, simpler cases. Batch 2 is going to be more complex. It's not really doing court cases. Could, though. It exists. On July 19th, 2010, Golden Gnome Video Awards launch. Announcement. We got 4 categories. Machinima and live action versions of short stories and music videos. Winners will get the big ticket trip situation thing. RuneFest goodie bag, lifetime membership, Golden Gnome. All sorts of fun stuff. Over here in-game, we got some patch notes. Lots of equipment clipping fixed. Removed the Vuvuzela sound effect from glass blowing. Improved the hint scroll in Elemental Workshop 3, so now it actually says what you're supposed to do. Weeds are no longer tradable on the Grand Exchange, because reasons. And some world map marker improvements. But the main update for today is dungeoneering related. Not quite to the whole big patch 2 for more fluorescent stuff, but lots of stuff is here. Lots of it is also actually down in the dungeons, but we can't go down there right now because we have things. And that's for later. When we do go down in there, we'll see such nice improvements as construction hotspots. Set up a photo booth or farming patch, a range, a prayer altar, a skill cape stand, or the group gatestone portal. And the group gatestone portal does stuff with the new group gatestone. And it also has a teleport in the magic spells while you're down in there. So you got the regular gatestone you can make, and that uses cosmic runes, and the group gatestone uses law runes. So now you have 2 gatestones you can move around. Makes getting around the dungeon a little better. Always fun. And while getting around the dungeon, you can do it slightly better with an upgrade to the ring that you get here. Get class upgrades. Try to be able to see this. Just get the ring back here. Yep, there it is. Customize Ring of Kinship. Must be inside game time. Never mind. Anyways, there's class options on the ring, like do more range damage, do more melee damage, hit higher crits or something. Essentially, about boils down to more damage or a skilling option. Also, more titles at the end of the dungeon, and instances will stay open for 10 minutes on logout. Solo, medium dungeons are now available, along with 3-player large dungeons. So if you want to do some bigger dungeons for more XP, you're now able to do so. We also got the auto grouping rooms, which, again, still nobody's using. And also 4 times XP for using bones on the prayer altars. If you get a bunch of dragon bones or something, technically more prayer XP. That's nice. And as much as there's some new things down in the dungeons, you're actually going to get rewards for training the skill. And not just the things over here in the reward shop, of which there are many. We've got new places to go. Hidden resource dungeons. All over the place. With a whole bunch of nice stuff. And we can get into quite a few of them. Let's go check those out. All the dungeons are through mysterious entrances. First one is here, in the wilderness portion of the Edgeville dungeon, requiring 10 dungeoneering. Hop over into here, get some bonus dungeoneering experience for showing up for the first time. Then you can make use of the things that are inside the dungeon. And this first one has a whole bunch of chaos druids, and then herb spawns on the ground. We got a Harlander over here, and an Irrit. Over here we have a Meritil, and a Ranar. Well, if we wanted to, we could come in here, hop worlds, pick up herbs, have a great time. The Irrit and Harlander are 2 of the easiest ones to get herbal XP from. Just pick these up, go to another world, pick them up again, teleport somewhere to note them at a tool leprechaun, come back. Could be a viable strategy. And also, if we need any prayer potions, there's just Ranars just sitting here. That's pretty good. Next up, at 15 dungeoneering, down here in the Dwarven Mine, we go from a mine to another mine. In here, there was silver, mithril, and coal. And a couple dwarves still here. And a bank deposit box, which is nice. If you're out in the mine, you can come in here, deposit it without having to go up to the bank. With the mining and smithing work, the ores have changed slightly. We've still got the mithril here. We've also got gold instead of silver. And then further into the dungeon, later area has different stuff. So pretty much just a gold and mithril area. With mithril being here, is there any way we could make use of that and nourish by coal? Would this be better than Tatizo? Coal's over there, so it's further between the two. We'd still have to superheat. Anvil's over there, around. Let's HC's though is probably still better for our mining and smithing situation. We're also kind of done with that, as far as I can figure. So probably not going to worry about that. At 20 Dungeoneering, back here in the Edgeville dungeon, over here with the Hill Giants. We're going to go in here and find some Hill Giants. And also, spawns of limpwort roots. Which is interesting. I'm gonna run around, pick these up, make some potions. It's a little bit away from other options. We have other options for making potions out, like quarms or whatever. So not really what we're immediately looking for, but if we need a limpwort root, we can just go pick it up. 25 Dungeoneering in the Karanja Volcano. Enter in here and go from lesser demons to even more lesser demons, but also some imps. So, it's an interesting spot, mostly for champion scroll farming and hunting imps. But yeah. Yeah. Back over at Daemonheim with 30 Dungeoneering. Enter right here. Instead of a dungeon, it's an island. Hidden locations and stuff. Island this time. Here we have willow and maple trees. Later on with additional stuff, there's more additions to some of the dungeons and places. But for right now, it's just willow and maple trees. Which is interesting, because these are the first time free-to-play players can chop maple trees. They could get the maple logs from trading this entire time, because maple logs were free items for only fire making, really. But now you can chop them if you want to. Down in the Baxtorian Falls cave here, which is an absolute pain to get to, because you need the Glariel's amulet. If you don't have that in your bank, you need to get the Glariel's pebble and go to the tomb and not have any weapons and stuff on you. So I need to destroy my Artic cloak and go in there and get the amulet. And now we're in here, where there's some fire giants. And then the mysterious entrance, where we can go and see some more fire giants. A lot of these spots were more contested at this point in 2010. So having a few more spots with fire giants or hill giants or whatever was actually useful. Now it's just an even less convenient spot because we just fight the fire giants outside if we felt like it. Oh well. 45 Dungeoneering and 60 mining for getting here into the mining guild. You go through here for another mine inside of a mine. Previously had mithril, adamantite, and runite rocks. It's pretty good for being in the mining guild. But mining and smithing rework, none of those are here. 55 Dungeoneering. There's too many people here in the Taverley Dungeon fighting hellhounds. You can go right on in here to fight some hellhounds. Wow. Somebody dropped some weird stuff over there. And then elsewhere in the Taverley Dungeon, with level 60 Dungeoneering, this mysterious entrance goes from blue dragons to more blue dragons. And also, a bunch of blue dragon scales just all around this rock here. Quite a few spawns. Definitely pick up a lot of these. And lastly, for us, for now, in the Varrock sewers with the moss giants, level 65 Dungeoneering. Through here for more moss giants. Also, limpwort root spawns again, and magic trees. There's quite a few magic trees all next to each other, which is interesting. It's just also far from a bank, but of course we don't care about that. Yeah. There are a few more dungeons at levels 70, 75, 80, and 85, which we will get to when we have those levels. We can go check them out. In order to get to those levels, we're gonna want some more updates first, and actually quite a few before we actually get to that point. At any rate, let's go see nearby all these magic trees in this sewers dungeon place. More updates. On July 21st, 2010, submit questions for a live developer Q&A on the forums. One of the developers in this Q&A, Mod Ash. On July 22nd, 2010, RuneFest Gallery Competition. Your picture must contain a RuneFest flagstaff, golden gnome, and Bob the Cat. Winners will get a signed canvas of their artwork, RuneFest goodie bag, and lifetime membership. Animation category added for the golden gnomes. Previously it was removed because there wasn't a huge amount of time before the submission we're going to be due, but go for it. Make an animation in a few weeks here. Over in FunOrb, having a FunOrb Summer Games Tournament. We got Arcanus, Gauntlet, and a gauntlet of 9 single-player games. The winners will get various prizes, including a Dell laptop, an iPod, and various lengths of memberships. Always interesting to see things that are happening over in FunOrb. RIP. July 23rd, 2010, the Triumvirate Gathering and Soul Wars competition. Announced, going, lots of stuff. On July 26th, 2010, Adventurers Log Maintenance. Get your information maintained, or something. July 29th, 2010, International PvP War. We got 6 battles taking place in Barbarian Village on a PvP world. So, you will lose your things, so be careful. On July 30th, 2010, 2 people have won the final big ticket prize draw. So, no more drawings to be made for that. There's still a few more ways to possibly win various tournaments and such. On August 2nd, 2010, behind the scenes, we got a Treasure Trails update that would have been last month, the second in the Void Knight quest series with a new minigame, and Dungeoneering Batch 2. On August 3rd, 2010, Adventurers Log Maintenance for another day or so. On August 4th, 2010, Clam Submissions page, got articles, interviews, Jagex Cup status, how that's going. In-game we got patch notes. Changed the rare impling spawns to not be only on Moss the Harmless, or not only rare spawns on Moss the Harmless. Essentially the idea was, if you were hunting for the rare implings outside of Puro Puro, Moss the Harmless was the place to be, but no longer. Also reworked core bank code, various dungeoneering patches, and while Guthix sleeps 400,000 XP can now be used on dungeoneering. It's been out for a while, but that is a good pile of XP. Perhaps the race to 120 or whatever is done by now. You can also register your email for 10 additional bank slots. That counts for free-to-play and pay-to-play. That's a pretty big deal for free-to-play, because they do not have a lot of bank slots. Demo mode is no longer available for any new players. If you still have your demo mode character available, you can still play it for now, but it is being phased out. What you can have is multiple pieces of the dwarf cannon. Previously, you could only have one cannon, either in your bank or inventory or setup. So now you can go buy pieces of the dwarf cannon more conveniently and sell them. Maybe make a profit. Maybe get some more strange rocks for construction, since that's now available in building mode. Previously, it was all flat packs, essentially. But the main update for today is more treasure trails stuff. We've really not gotten into much treasure trail stuff because the rewards aren't really what we need right now, and storage and item problems. But the items might be slightly less of a problem, because some of the clues that needed items have had the items changed to be more relevant or better level bracketing. Make more sense. Also, every clue will now give a unique item, but not like a good unique item, because they've added some new ones available from all clues. We got God arrows, teleport scrolls, prayer restoring biscuits, and meerkat pouches. Those will be added into the global treasure trail reward table, along with stuff like sweets and the god pages and firelighters. So you might be getting a unique item, but it might just be another firelighter, so that's okay. Also, you'll only get a casket when it's actually going to be the loot. Instead, it's just going to keep being more scrolls as you keep going. Few new rewards from a treasure trail expansion. Easy clues. Get the black plate body legs and skirts in heraldic 1 through 5. Medium get adamant plate body leg and skirt heraldic 1 through 5. And also vestment, prayer, robe tops, and bottoms for Armadillo, Bandos, and Zeros. Hard clues get the rune, plate body legs and skirt heraldic 1 through 5. Vestments get miters and cloaks for Armadillo, Bandos, and Zeros. And a few new animal masks. Black and white unicorn, green, blue, and red dragon. Lots of stuff. We also get completely new level of clue. Elite clue scrolls. Dropped mostly by bosses, high-level monsters, all the strike worms, and then only sometimes from Bork and the skeletal horror. Even though those are not as frequently able to be done. Later on, drop rates for clues and everything change quite substantially. But for now, not going to really worry about it. There's some new clue types with the elite clues. Got a scanning orb that tells you if you're within a certain distance from it in a specific area. Got a compass clue, which just points in a direction. Celtic knot puzzles. Guthix wizards to fight. It's very puzzle oriented. Like after almost every step, essentially. It gets to be a bit much. But your rewards for going through with all this is quite a few new unique items. We've got the rune plate and dragon hide sets and stoles and crow's ears for Armadillo, Bandos, and Zeros. So lots of different pieces of those sets. Ornament kits for dragon armor in gold trimmed ornate and black spiky versions. Make the dragon items even more spiky than they were before. The Ceranoman Guthix and Zamorak bows, which are not very good. Bat, wolf, cat, dragon, and penguin staves. Black, bronze, iron, steel, mithril, and frost dragon masks. Frost dragons, don't worry about it. And the most super rare thing, Third Age Druidic. Another set of Third Age armor. Very fancy. Very, very rare. And very expensive. So yeah, get an elite clue as a rare drop from a very high level monster. Get a rare chance at some rare stuff. It's elite. And it's rare. On August 5th, 2010, the player gallery, featuring armor and outfits, featured artists gets a month of membership. On August 6th, 2010, video competition update, 2 weeks left, win that big ticket Golden Gnome lifetime membership. Development video on the Void Knight series, talking about the upcoming second part of the quest series and stuff, on the Jagex YouTube channel. still available. Very, very old at this point. We've also got the Dutch Summer Events 2010, specifically for the Dutch-speaking community, in-game and forums and Dutch fan sites. We got events, mini competitions, achievements. Win each of one of those and you get some Zomer tokens. Whoever gets the most tokens wins some prizes. Or certain amounts. Top such and such. August 9th, 2010. International Castle Wars Tournament on the 14th. 16 teams representing different countries. Gonna be a lot of Castle Wars. And lastly, on August 10th, 2010, patch notes. Adjusted the humidify animation. Ancient effigies work off your base summoning level instead of what it currently is. Optimized NPC combat code to be more efficient. Raw Jubbly, grand exchange price increased. And quick sale to Dragontooth Island. If you want to go over there. But for us, what we want is the next quest. It is a Void Dance. The second in the Void Knight series, requiring Quiet Before the Swarm, and also used to require Rune Mysteries, Wolf Whistle, and Druidic Ritual because of level requirements and lore bits. Now makes a bit less sense. But also, has quite a few skill requirements. 47 Construction, 49 Herblore, 46 Hunter, 47 Mining, 48 Summoning, 54 Thieving, 52 Woodcutting. That's a lot. Not anything particularly high level, so we're well and truly under control here. Also need a pickaxe, some coins, a spade, a sextant, watch, chart, an onion if we want to be quick about it. So I have to go around and get all these things. It says requires the sextant, watch, and chart, but we probably might be able to just skip that, seeing how things work. We'll just start by getting a pickaxe, a spade, and an onion. And head over to the Void Knight's outpost. Well, there is going to be a little bit of combat in the quest, so I went ahead and got the rock shell and the fire cape out of the house. Looking great. Talking to Commodore Tyre here to start. Which is why I suspect none of our knights can do the job. It needs expertise we simply do not have. I agree with that, sir, and would happily work with Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic again, but I believe it's a mistake to let Jessica free. She released the pest in the first place, and Commodore Matthias lost his life trying to set that straight. She also knows more of their habits than any of us in the Order, despite our constant fight against them. You said yourself she would be useful for... Damn what I said. Matthias was right then and it's still true. She's a liability. Captain, get yourself under control. My apologies, sir. Am I interrupting something? Ah, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Your timing is perfect. I was about to contact Sir Tiffy to ask if you were available to help us. Help with what? We've had no luck finding that escaped pest, and Sir Tiffy's agents have been drawing a blank too. I propose to send you, Kurashi, and Jessica to the mainland to track it down, if you're willing. Accept the quest. A Void Dance. Consider me at your service, Commodore. What's the plan? Sir Tiffy tells me that his agents have been unsuccessful in locating the escaped pest. As of his latest communique, he has recalled the majority of them to deal with an unknown malady affecting Falador. Does he believe they're connected? He wouldn't commit. Anyway, that leaves the problem in my hands, and that's why I need you. I'd like you to take Captain Kurashi and Jessica to the mainland once you're fully briefed, and put your tracking skills to use. Why do you need me? I'm happy to help, but do none of your knights have tracking skills? I'm afraid our skills have become somewhat specialized in recent years. It's a deplorable lack of balance, and one I intend to rectify, but that will take time. We know you, we trust you, and you have a wide range of worldly skills. You're the ideal agent for us. And also, wait, you're sending Jessica, the one responsible for releasing the things in the first place? Yes, and Karashi is not pleased by my decision. That's an understatement. In talking with Jessica, however, I'm reassured that her intentions were good, if not her actions. I have convinced her that the pest must be brought in. She's willing to use her considerable knowledge of pests to assist. Karashi's role in this mission is to keep Jessica under guard. Now, where should I start? Jessica smuggled the pest off the island by stowing it away on one of our ships. So its first landing point would be Port Sarim. If it isn't there, it'll have passed through, so someone in town may have seen it. I'm on my way. Be careful out there. Jessica may think the pest is safe, but her judgment is clouded on that point. I will with Karashi if you need to, then head for Port Sarim. What do you have to say about this whole situation? I don't care what the Commodore says. I don't trust her. I'm going to keep an eye on that mage in case she tries to sabotage the operation for the sake of her pest friend. Sounds fair to me. That's one of the reasons Tyre wants you to along, no? Yes, well, if I'll go and collect her and meet you at Port Sarim Docks when you're ready. Yeah, to Port Sarim Docks. Okay. So up to this point, Jessica had been just locked in over there. Travel to Port Sarim. Easily done with the squire here. Back and forth on the boat. Always a good time. Here we are with the giant quest area marker, which is unnecessary. 1, because we know where it is, and 2, because it's pretty straightforward. Here is Jessica and Karashi. How's it going? Hi, Jessica. Hi, Harkle onto Ironman Artic. Time to put those tracking skills of yours to use, please. We don't want to alarm anyone. There's no need for people to know just what you're chasing. You may wish to start the dock workers. They might have seen something disembark. What exactly am I dealing with here? That's not my area of expertise. I just kill them. Jessica? Void pests are a hive society like bees. And like bees, they have castes. This one seems to be a gatherer of some sort, but I never got to properly examine it. I'm not enough of a summoner to talk to it directly. Though I do know that without a guiding influence nearby, it'll be acting mainly on instinct. It'll try to find a source of food, and that'll be easiest around human dwellings. Because we throw lots of food away. I think it'll scavenge, it can't hunt for itself. Got it. Stay close to town, look for signs of scavenging. Good luck. Talk to people, see if they saw anything. Hey. People over here. I'm looking for an escaped animal. Couldn't help you, I'm afraid. Just got over a nasty dose of flu. Might I try Captain Tobias, though? On a trip to Karamja? 30 coins. Nope. Captain Tobias, I'm looking for an animal. A little bulbous devil, low to the ground, sneaky and not quite of this world? Yes, that sounds exactly right. Haven't seen anything like that, sorry. Been recovering from a dose of the allergy we all got during our last trip to Karamja, so I've been feeling all drained and run down lately. I do believe the fishmonger was complaining about something damaging his fish barrels, though. Might try around his place? Thank you kindly. Now then, wanna go to Karamja? No, I got fish barrels to go look at. Fish barrels. Backside maybe? Left side maybe? Fish net. Let me just talk to Garant. You can buy us fish and stuff here, or sell fish. Looking for tracking an escaped animal. If it's the one that went and knocked my fish barrels about, then good on you. I did see someone head out west of here a couple days back. Could be you can pick up its trail outside. Thanks for your help. Pick up the trail outside. This. Slime trail. Yes. Who could possibly track this down? Okay. Got slime trail, we got plants. Search plants, search bushes. Bizarre track leads from this leafy plant. Goes towards this bush. Goes towards other spots. Stones and bushes. This isn't here yet. Got this bush here. Bizarre tracks lead away from this leafy plant. Going back towards town again. Searching stuff, searching stuff. Searching stuff. He's away from this little bush. Plant here. Let's find the things with the search option. Gets you quite a bit of the ways. What else we got? This one over here is not searchable. Vegetation. Some stones. Something small and alien has left a layer of slime over these stones. It's probably fine. Plant here. Bizarre tracks lead away from this leafy plant. How bizarre. And leafy. And plant. Bizarre tracks lead away from this low bush in the direction of the Rusty Anchor Pub, where we have a mound in the ground. Sure enough, it seems the pest has gone to ground here. Crush will want to know about this. We found something at the end of a trail. Kurashi. Might want to know about this. That's what we said. Tracking me down. Doing great. Okay. Hey, Kurashi. And Jessica also. And when they appeared, ravaging the land in defiance of all balance, the Void Knights of old knew at the moment they had been formed for had come. Am I interrupting something? Jessica asked me to tell her more about the Void Knight beliefs. I have agreed, as it may be her actions earlier were the result of ignorance rather than malice. I admit I never knew why Void Knights had such hatred for the pests. Fighting them is one thing since they are invaders, but I'm only now beginning to understand how far it goes. If you can grasp that the presence is an imbalance and blasphemy against Gothics, there may be hope for you yet. Now then, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, I take it you have news. Yep. I've tracked the pass down to a burrow entrance, and believe we can gain access to it from the cellar of the Rusty Anchor Pub. Good work. Have a word with the pub owner and we'll meet you there once you've gained access. Now, what was that about? Void Knight beliefs? Are you interested in learning more? Yes. Get some more information here. Lore and such. Here's a spare copy of the book I've been teaching Jessica from. Perhaps you will find it useful too. Read Void Knight book. Look at all that. Follows a copy of a book all Void Knight squires receive on joining the order. Cover declares the original author's name to be 1 Emerald Drax Melrose. Dates the writings to year 20 of the 5th Age. Addenda have been made by subsequent persons. Admiral Drax Melrose, 520. It's now 5 years since that night. In my dreams, I saw the Eye of Gothics fall on me, a warning of a future threat given, and was told that I must act. The extinct knights must rise again, I heard. Reform the Void Knights. A threat to equilibrium approaches, and the pacifism of the Druids must be balanced by a military order. It fired in my mind. It made sense to me now why my childhood in Cerenom's light had never rung quite true. I'm needed elsewhere. Balance must be served. My years of sailing, and yes, occasional piracy, were only a trial. By Gothic's will, were my mind and tongue made greater, then I swiftly raised followers to me to serve under the black, white, and gray armor of the Void Knights. And we await our great purpose and work to, as the Void Knights of the Third Age did, to promote balance and mediation across the kingdoms, until Voluta stands in defense of the world. We are the Void Knights, and this we believe. The tenets of the Void Knights. That Gothics is the creator of this place called Gillinor, built for the intelligent races to inhabit. That the future brings an uncertain threat against which we shall fortify ourselves and stand guard. That we shall bring mediation to the conflicted. That in balance to our pacifist brethren, the Druids, we shall bring it with force of arms if necessary. And that we each strive for parity within ourselves, within our order, within our kingdoms, and within Guthix's view. Admiral Boyce Kale, 5149. Since the 98th year of the 5th Age of Gielinor, we have remained quiet in Taverley. The King of Falador was overly heedful of the Church of Saradomin in limiting our influence to the Taverley surroundings. Even the White Knights and the Kinshra, often referred to commoners simply as Black Knights, in concert with my predecessor, could not change his mind. We've continued our work, albeit in limited fashion, for nigh on 50 years, but now all has changed. From the southern sea come reports of invaders, strange, ravening beasts of unknown provenance, and from the first report it was clear that this is the moment. The shadowy threat Melrose saw has revealed itself. I'm sure of this, as if Guthix himself appeared before me and told me himself. Young Matthias, my newest Commodore, agrees. Must prepare to move the bulk of our forces to meet this threat. He will lead them, for I must remain in Taverley to meet the political demands of this course of action. Our purpose has arrived. Doral Ellerin, 5166. After 20 years of fighting, no man could be blamed for seeking solace in tales. We'd all like to think that there was a magical rune just waiting that could finish the fight we face. In the end, there is no substitution for grit and determination. The Voluta is a fable, ladies and gentlemen, taking its story as an exhortation to continue the good fight. To be that shield against the pest that the story claims the Voluta to be. Do not allow yourself to become complacent, to think this fantastical thing will solve your problems without further effort. It is a metaphor for your own strength and prowess. It's not a living being. So he doesn't think the Voluta, solution to all the problem, even exists. Anyways, yeah, the pests showed up, but they were ready for it. Guthix. Guthixian Order of Knights, the Void Knights. Anyways, I'm gonna get over here into the basement. Talk to the bartender. Good day to you. I just got sick recently, too tired to have a good day. I have reason to believe that there's a dangerous animal burrowed under your pub. May I investigate for you? Okay. Are you alright? Dangerous animal on the loose? Possibly otherworldly terror in your basement? Yeah, I heard. Go in if you want. Can't find the key to the cellar. Somewhere around here. Oh, you're right on that. Don't strain anything. Bye then. See you later. He's lost the key to the cellar. It's around here somewhere. It's in the junk. Got a junk key. Nothing of interest. Junk. Can't reach out from this side. Too many pirates and such run around. Junk. Key. There you go. Enter the trapdoor with the rusty inker cellar key. Ain't that a thought? Okay. Here's Kurorashi and Jessica. Good. Now then, you two please see what you can find. Roger that, sir. What? Sorry, you just had that whole Aura of Command thing going on? Well, I have had the full Void Knight officer training. I'm glad to see it had some effect. Yeah. Inspect suspicious looking wall. This wall looks dodgy. Someone has disturbed the ground behind it. What if I knock a hole in it, I'll find the burrow. I'm gonna smash it with my pickaxe. Gooey. Your pickaxe smashes a fairly large hole in the wall. A thick goo starts to flow out. What on Gielinor is that stuff? Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic, can I have a word, please? What's up, Jessica? That's very curious stuff. We should take a sample of it. Why would we want goo? Because it's something I've not seen before, and it may give us clues or insights into our past. I'll need you to get a container of some sort, swiftly now, before it's all wasted. Would a bucket or similar do? Not by the looks of that flow of material. We'll need an empty barrel or something. Maybe there's one in the storage room next door. The barrel in the storage room next door. Got a beer hatch, just large enough for a barrel, and a door, which we can open to enter a sliding puzzle, essentially. This place is a mess, Karashi. See if you can find that empty barrel, please, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. I have given you a Void Knight whistle in case you get into difficulties. A short peep and will come and help you move a barrel back a step. A long blast will give you his hands, setting the room back how it was. And luckily, we can just not worry about the puzzle if we mess it up. Starting here, we can kick a full barrel. Moves it 1 square. And then can we kick multiple barrels? No. 1 barrel move at a time. So we have to move this one here. So this stuck here, so we have to move this one here. Then we have to move this one other way. Then we have choices now. Either kick this one over here or this one over here. We kick this one here. That doesn't block anything. Kick that one to be that way. It'd make more sense. Here is the empty barrel, which we need to eventually get out of here. Only kicking fashion? Perhaps. So we'll kick this one here. We need to get this one just completely out of the way. Kick that. Kick that. We get this barrel out of the middle. You. Got these barrels in an awkward position. And you kick them all the way that way. And you get below here. Just get to there. And then eventually kick it out. Won't be able to kick it from the sides. It needs to get to here, so this needs to be not here. We also need to be able to stand here when this is here. So we kind of need to be able to get through here. Push that to there. Kicking barrels around. Do I want to put that over there? Is there still 2 here? I can't get to there. Thinking. We need to have space to kick this barrel in multiple directions. We kick this down, we'll be able to kick it this way, but we need to be able to get to here, so we need to wait through here, or something like that. Actually, we can't even just go that way, we need to go this way entirely. So we need to get to here. This one's here, is in the way. Move that one down, we'll push that to there. You're in the way. This out of the way. Run around. You. Correct angle this. And kick this one all the way to here. You can kick it up, and that's fine. So you get this one out of the way. When we get to here, can't really get to here to push it that way. Unless it gets to here. Maybe not. Just seeing the path that we need to kick it gives us some information. We get to here. Push that up that way. Can't get that one that way though. Can we kick the full barrels out? Just get rid of them. I blocked the hatch. Here, blow the whistle and try again. And just reset the whole puzzle here. We need to run around. Might be more of a problem. Only move. Only available move. Only available move. Only available move. So we won't be able to really get. We can push that to there. That doesn't really help. We won't be able to get around that. Push this here. It's kind of stuck. We can push this here. Push these ones that way, but that one's still in the way. If we push that into there, that's more barrels in there. We also wouldn't be able to get past it anyways. And that doesn't really work. What if we go here? This out of the way entirely. This out of the way entirely. Something to be able to get down to here. Push that to there. That's in the way of boxes. These are heavy boxes too, so we can't even actually get rid of them. There's no pulling anything. If you get to here, we'll be able to get past it. It needs to go through this door, not our door, because reasons. I have to kick that. I can only go down to here. We need to get to here and then below it to kick it that way. Can't go through here. From here to here to here to here. Without anything in the way. This is on the wrong side. Puzzles. We kick. Yeah. We need to be able to get over to here when the barrel is here. That's definitely a different question. If we didn't kick this here, we could kick that there and kick that over. I think that's more right. Reset the puzzle! Help! We need ways to get around, is also a thing. We can only kick one at a time. Very specific problems we're having. Okay. Kick this here. Still can't get through this in the current state of things. Kick these over here. We won't be able to get down below to get that one out. Kick this up one. Then go around to get these ones. This one is here. Doesn't help too much. This is still like that. There's definitely a trick with this puzzle. You get two. Here we get like that. We have a space there we can stand, but that doesn't help. Can't move that one that way. We can't get back to there, put that one that way. If we didn't put that one there, and managed to not get that one there, we could kick that one there and get that one there. Here's the puzzle again. Sliding puzzles. Varying different rules. Varying different things can happen. Okay. Go over to here. Go over to here. Go over to here. We kick this one to here. We won't be able to get that one that way, but we can move that one back this way if we can get through here. We can't. We'll be able to get two there to kick that one out of the way. To make space. We have two there, that doesn't work for that. So we can get through here. Kick this one over to here, so let him move around to get that one. Okay. That one. We can get this one to here. Knock this one out of the way. Over to here. So let's get into there. So we need to move this one down one. Or to get... So we'll be able to get two here. Or we can go this way. That might be better. If we open up around this side. We'll get back to here to kick it up that way. Get to here to kick it that way. We move this one into this corner. Run around. Get this one out of the way by putting it over here. That'll still leave us empty spot to get through here. So we're not going through here to get to there. We're going up this way. That'll work. Okay. Now we just need to get this section finished correctly. You push the barrel this way. No other option. Because we push it up against a wall, then it's stuck against the wall. That's no good. Now we need to get through to here. And get through to here. This way. Push this there. Let's move some more barrels out of the way here, essentially. And you go through this corridor. So getting this one out of the way. That's pretty good. Okay. So just need to get these two not being a problem. We can kick this one this way. Let's get to here. That'd be fine. We still have a way around get those barrels. This barrel can go right there. That's fine. Doesn't change anything. Then we just have this one. We get it here and here. That'd be out of the way. Okay. Yeah. A few different sections of this. Be able to determine how you're gonna get it there, what's in the way, what kind of paths you can create. Pretty good. Push it here. Definitely we're kicking the barrels constantly, which is definitely something. Could just push them normally. Would be an option. So here we also need the space to be able to run up and around to push it this way, which we have. That's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good because it's the answer to the puzzle and all that. Right there. Now we can get over to here. Push up this way. Around this section. Leaving ways to get through in all the ways. And they said they want this barrel quickly, so hopefully all of the goo isn't already gone. Got it, Jessica. I'll be right out. Alright. Here is Goo Barrel. Amazing. What are we thinking about Goo Barrel? Good work, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Thank you. We'll be able to keep this by and find out more about its properties once we retrieve the pest. That's quick thinking, Jessica. I'll give you that much. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, could you please make up some story for the pub owner? We'll meet you back at the ship to discuss our next move. Alright. Making things up. What are we thinking? Hey, bartender. How's it going? Good day to you. I just got sick recently, too tired to have a good day. Make up a comforting lie or tell him the truth. Let's go with the truth. You might not even remember it. Here's your key back. A void pest had made a burrow by your cellar and filled it with weird goo stuff. What? Gods above, that could have been bad. We've extracted the stuff and will continue hunting the pest. You mean it's still out there? This is bad. It's probably fine. We're on the case. Don't you worry. Goo stuff. Remember, pests are dangerous, etc., etc. Back towards the ship. Talk to them. Actually, just here on the docks. Rashing. Jessica. What's our next move? I told the bartender what was going on. He took it well. Did you really have to scare him like that? I'm sure he can handle the truth. Regardless, we should keep after the pest. I wish I could ask Professor Melville. He'd know what to do, but he's not been answering my contact spells for a while. What's our next step then? We need to find this pest before it seriously unbalances the local ecosystem. Well, having rested here, I suppose we'd be heading to warmer climes. Yes, the pest home plane is mostly tropical jungle, from what we know of it. And if it can stow away once, it can do it again. It's certainly intelligent enough. Weren't the sailors on Moosa Point complaining about being ill lately? And we know the bartender got unwell from being around the pest for too long. Moosa Point. It's easy to reach, warm, jungly. A ship that goes to Cramswood would smell right to a pest. Yes, it makes sense.
We need to be careful. The bartender fellow was acting very oddly. If it has something to do with your pest, it might be capable of doing to us whatever it did to him.
You said the bartender was acting oddly?
He seemed sick, listless, as if he had no energy or inclination to care about anything. Now you mention it, it did seem odd the bartender would just let 3 strangers into his storage cellar without protesting or coming to keep an eye on us.
True. Think it's related to the pest?
Who knows what sort of attacks this pest could have used unprepared. He could have been the victim of a mental assault of some kind. No, wait a minute. Why do you have to assume the worst about the pest? He never gave me any reason to think he was capable of such an attack. What if he was using it all the time to make you susceptible to his suggestions to release it? That's ridiculous.
We'll have to fight this thing.
It's not a warrior. It's slow and unarmed and of no danger to anyone. It's a void pest. If it can kill you, harm you, or make your life unpleasant in any way, it will. They're not mindless monsters, Karashi. They're just finding themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time, and doing their best to infest and scour that place when they find it themselves in it. I can't believe you're defending them. They have no choice. Their queen commands them, compels them somehow. From my research, I'm sure of it. She's the one you should be concerned with, not the dwarf cannon fodder.
Enough, both of you. Can I get some answers, straight answers, please?
It has no martial skill at all. It can't defend itself from you if you choose to kill it when you find it. And if she's wrong, well, I'll be at your side to assist.
Okay. To Musa Point, then. I'm gonna travel with these guys. They are not too sick to bring us over there. Well, that's good. Okay. Well, there they are. Getting here by another boat. Greetings. Karashi.
Hello, Harco Ultimate Ironman, Artic. I'm not a great fan of this place. The air feels like the stuff that blows in through the pest portals. That's a sign we might be on track. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic, do you think you could see if the townsfolk know anything about your pest?
Certainly.
I suggest you watch out for signs of odd behavior among them too. Still can't for the life of me think what makes you think the pest is causing that. I lived with it for weeks without ever going doolally. Oh, that proves that it never attacked you with whatever it's attacking people with, because you were such a willing dupe for it. Look, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic, this isn't your argument. We'd join you, but I suspect we just get in the way. I suggest you start with the bartender here. They tend to have useful gossip. In the meantime, Jessica, maybe you would fill me on the details of how you came to study the pests. You seem sensible enough when they're not concerned. What gives them such a hold over you?
I'm interested to know too.
Well, it was Professor Melville that suggested it. The fellow who trained me. He's a bit of a grump, but a brilliant man. I wasn't sure at first, but he was so insistent. He said that since portals were a travel device that shared many similarities with summoning, and since the void pests are always active, I have plenty of samples to examine. He sent you to a pest-infested territory. Oh, Professor Melville wouldn't have asked me to put myself in danger. I was only observing, not fighting. He was so interested in my work and so happy for me when I managed to extract one from the hive. Pests wouldn't care. Regardless, I learned a lot. And he helped me study summoning to improve my study of the portals. It was a specialty of his.
Alright. Pest stuff. Go talk to the barkeep. Hello? Zembo. Talk about this. Yeah, you want to try some of my fine wines and spirits? All brewed locally on Karamja. See anything odd lately? It's all been fairly quiet as far as I know. Coffee the storekeeper had a bit of a shock the other day. He saw a scorpion or something by his house. The poor man's come down ill since, so he's not had a chance to do anything about it.
I think I should pay him a house call.
To the general store. There's only so many things here on Musa Point. Hey, shopkeeper, coffee.
Hello.
I
I've reason to believe that something I'm tracking is in the area. Have you seen anything strange moving around here recently? Yeah, a little blobby thing. Oh, that sounds promising. Can you take me to where you last saw it? No, I can't be bothered. Ill. What? But this is important. Meh. Are you feeling listless? Depressed? A bit, maybe. I thought as much. Alright then. What if I made it worth your while somehow? The irony is I keep bothering you until you relent. Oh, whatever. Suppose you could fix my wall. Needs repair and kind of energy for doing it. What will that take? Wall needs a joist, plank and a log. Plank and a log? Yeah, fixed together. Decent tendon joint. I do wish you'd string more than 4 words together at a time. Borrow my tools. Table over there. Tools. Table. Over there. Take from table. And there's the broken wall. Think of a log and a plank. And a hammer and chisel. Inspect the shop wall. Yep, that's not right. This wall will need a wooden joist to probably shore it up. What do you use on the wall? Logs. Not quite right. Logs and plank and a hammer and... Use quite right. Use a chisel. Joined and jointed. Attach them firmly together. Use that on the wall. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Fix the ramshackle wall with the joist you constructed. Ta-da! Okay. Low. Low. I've sorted your wall for you. Now it's time you upheld your side of the deal. Yeah. Showing us where he saw the thing. Here somewhere. Smallish thing, fast, didn't see it well. Yes, I think I have enough to go on. Thank you for your help. I think I'll have a nap. More slime trail. There we go. Okay. Got more plants and stuff to search. This one actually works. And out this direction. Shrub. Searching for the thing we can search. Seems like a sufficient solution. Pest tracks lever from the succulent plant. Okay. Now a log over here. Nothing in the log. How about this succulent? Nothing here. Shrub. Yep. Over here to this. Search more bits. Here's a shrub. Succulent. Not the log either. Unsearchable bush. Succulent over here. Moved back around a little bit. It's very gooey. Now it's over on this side of the fence. Over here in the bananas. Wow. The log. Missing pestle left telltale gouges in this rotten log. Here's the mount. Try to pester its main burrow, but someone is clearly beating you here. Curses! It's clear it was here, and equally clear it's been taken. And put up quite a struggle, too. So we're too late. What's our next move? If we can't follow it directly, we'll have to find where it's been taken by other means. I suspect our first move is going to be find out more about that goo and the effects it's been having on the people near it. Agreed. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic, please see if there's anything more to be discovered in or around the burrow. Alright. Check it. You go to poke around in the abandoned burrow. Find some broken shards of a slick, waxy wood. Wood shards. Have you found anything of use? Yes, look at these. Some sort of wood shards. That looks very much like waxwood. Waxwood shards? I've not heard of waxwood. That's not surprising. It's not a popular wood as it's too ugly and can't be treated. but it's naturally waterproof, so it's used in a number of scientific experiments. The two of us need to get that goo sample to my chemist friend in Remington. Perhaps you could go over to the craftsman next door to him and ask about the wood. His name is Ramek. Well, I believe our work here is done. How do you know about waxwood? I've never seen this stuff before in all my experience of cutting wood. Oh, it's horrible stuff, isn't it? That's good for making waterproof containers, if you can't use metal in. And it's cheaper than glass. You know, I think I remember using a tray made of it. That's right, for my analysis of pest blood. I was trying to find out if they had some sort of bloodborne affinity for the portals. That didn't go anywhere. I don't agree. You might not have found what you were looking for, but the information you provided was what Matthias needed to commission new field medicines that have saved a dozen lives already. Really, I didn't know that. We would have told you, but it was just after we started using it that your indiscretion was discovered. Is this really what the pest plane is like, Ramja? Well, from what we can tell from our side of the portals and the air that blows in, yes. The portals themselves are fatal to travel through for anything that isn't a pest. I was researching that just before, well, you know. That's a pity. I like seeing new places. I fear this is one you will not be visiting. I support Jessica's research, but I never thought she'd find a way through. Sorry, Jessica, but it's the truth. Onwards, then. Okay. To Remington, nice on. Again, easily doable. We're gonna take a boat. Hopefully with the fact that the pest has been removed, there's not too much of the goo and such. Depends how quickly it was. Anyways, over to Remington. Go talk to the crafter. That we can do. Remington. Nice old place. Used to have our house here. Probably change it back. We're going to train more construction. For now, it's more useful to have it in Tamberley. All things considered. Ramek. That's a good one. Would you like to buy some crafting equipment? I'd like to ask you about waxwood. And these shards I found. Let me take a look. And the wood shards, Ramek. Funny you should bring up waxwood. I just this month finished a massive order of boxes made of the stuff to be sent to an address around Falador Way. Boxes made of waxwood, wouldn't they be really ugly, clumsy things? Yes, it made this craftsman's heart sink. Well, you could have them clad with something prettier, I suppose. How should you tell me about this order? I think it's important. Well, it was for a large number of untreated, sealable, watertight boxes. I didn't get the name of the fellow who bought them, but he paid up front. That's about the limit of it, really. I don't like working with the stuff, but the boxes were fit for purpose. Thanks for your help, Ramek. Boxes of waxwood. Shards of waxwood. Waxwood. Chemist's house. No rationalization still. Just these guys. Hi, you two. Ironman, Artic. Glad you're here. What have you discovered? Ramek last saw waxwood making a large number of boxes for a customer in Falador. Sounds suspicious, but he couldn't remember the customer's name or describe them. Good work. We've been trying to help the chemist with his experiment, but frankly neither of us know enough about herbs to be of any use. Would you be able to assist him? I suspect whatever we find will be significant in explaining where our missing pest is. Can either of you two lend a hand? Sorry, Ironman, Artic. All the chemistry I know I learned at Wizard's Tower, and wizards tend to limit their chemical studies to applied use of rune essence. I always meant to learn some herb lore when I went to the Druids, but never quite got that far. I spent all my time studying summoning when I was in Taverley. I suspect you'd be more use than me, Jessica. All I know about analyzing substances is what blood comes from what pest. Not that I regret my specialization, but I do envy your education just a little. So, no help then. Sorry. Do we know where the pest is now? Any thoughts on where the pest might have been taken, or by whom? Sorry, Hardcore Ironman Artic. You're the hunter, not us. I'm sure you'll pick up the trail again. When we find the pest, we'll find the people who took it. We both have complete faith in your skills, and right now it's your analytical skills that we need. I quite agree. Alright. I'll see about this experiment then. Chemist. Lamp oil. Impling jars. Task system. Avoidance. Ready to analyze the sample you brought? I have all the reagents we need. Analyze the sample. Alright, here's what you have to bear in mind. It takes a while to analyze a sample. You have to keep the heat and power stable and the chemical sample in an appropriate state while I work. If the system gets far enough out of balance, the analysis will fail. We'll have to start again. And the central that shows what the current state of the sample is. During the experiment, you may need to change it to another state to keep the sample in balance. System in balance. Add a sample to this hopper to mix it with the chemical already present and attempt to form the required state. Gotta log what chemicals do what. One of the reactions is highly unstable, so watch out. The heat in the system is simple enough to control. If it drops too low, just stoke the furnace here. And if it rises too high, just open the vent here. The power controls work much the same. Wind the cog up to speed up the flywheel if the power drops too low. And here's the brake for if the power starts rising too high. I'm sure these chemicals are all we'll need to perform the analysis, and I have plenty if you're running out of anything. Don't worry if it all goes wrong, as you can always get more reagents and try again. Keep an eye on my report so you know what's needed at any given time. Here is everything we need. Ready to go? Clicked on it. Or dance. Analyze the sample. Wow. So we got all the ingredients. Progress is okay, heat is okay, power is okay, stability, sample is, turn sample to. These are the reactions. Change it to a different state. Start reaction. Okay. Just need to change it to this. Red and green, we need to add a yellow to here. Sample is blue. Turn to that. Heat is high. Open the vent. Open the vent. And then some more. Heat is high. Open the vent again. Change blue to green. We need some red in here. Stability is caution. It's green. Turn to green. We're good. Everything's okay. Progress, 22%. Just keeping an eye on it. Needs to be red. Add some blue. He is going high again. Multiple times in there. Red to green needs a blue. Okay. Consumption of that. We need a red. Okay. Power is low. Increase the power. Electrifying. A bit of a puzzle. What's going to change next? It's being very stable in the current state. So that, red. Power's low. There you go. Heat is low. Heat it up. Heat is high. Red to make that. Take some more components. Can never have too many components. Yep. 2/3 of the way done. Power's too high. Break with the flywheel. Let's do that. Got a red. Okay. That needs to be red. Not blue. This is even called blocks of iron oxide, gas vial of chlorine. Everything's too low. It's very low. liquid of uric acid. This plus this is what equals explosion. So don't do that one. Red. Oh. Everything's too high. Let's cook that. Power's too high. Heat's too high. 100%. There you go. Well done with that sample. Thanks to your efforts, I've been able to analyze it thoroughly. It's clear now the goo is a magically active secretion of considerable complexity. From where you found it, I would imagine it's produced by your escaped pest as a function of its caste. Alas to say, our pest instinctively lies in burrow with the stuff, and so can perform its purpose. Simply put, it sucks the life out of anything nearby that's not a pest. Then, after it's absorbed enough, the pest or its burrow mates can consume it as an emergency food source. Like a very gloopy treacle pudding full of sugar. That would explain the lethargy striking Port Sarim and Moosa Point. They're feeling drained because they are being drained. Correct. Of course, Port Sarim and Moosa Point are too small for that to be a problem. But this stuff somehow gets into Falador. Then the three of us should get to Falador at once. This could be serious. Indeed, we'll meet you in the park, unless you care to come with us. I can teleport the three of us now if you want. Let's go. Teleport. Triple teleport. Group teleport. Hey, Sir Tiffy. Everyone's here now. How's it going? Oh, no, don't sit on the bench with Sir Tiffy. It's a system here. Hey, Sir Tiffy. Good day, proselyte. Is there anything I can do for you? How about the Void Knights here? Welcome to Falador. Isn't it lovely? I never got a chance to visit when I was at Wizard's Tower. I was always too busy.
A great shame. I do swear Falador is brighter yet for your presence, miss. What was it you studied at the Wizard's Tower, if I may inquire?
Arcane summoning, largely, and its distinction from druidic summoning. Portals and evocation too, of course. Those are on the core curriculum.
Ah, far beyond me, but it sounds useful. Does that mean you learned druidic summoning too?
Professor Melville encouraged me to study it further. To further my main studies, yes. Though I never got very far. Anyway, to business.
Now might be a good time to give you an update on this situation, Sir Tiffy. You swiftly sum up the recent events. The old Temple Knight. Pest. Holes. Goo. Gone.
We're not yet sure who kidnapped the pest from the burrow, but it seems certain that whoever it was intends to make use of this life-sucking chemical substance the pest produces. The waxwood boxes Ramak mentioned may be connected.
They do rather sound like the perfect tool for spreading stuff around, what? Thank you for your report. Allow me to respond in kind. There's a fellow near the East Bank called Tist, a chap from the Caridian Desert. Turned up 2 weeks ago, do you see? And in the last few days, I've heard of people in that part of town getting sick. The symptoms are very similar to how you described the bartender and the shopkeep.
You think it's somehow connected to all this?
Maybe, maybe not. Well, it's worth investigating. Oh yes, here's the interesting part. He's selling boxes, don't you know?
Waxwood boxes?
If they were, I would have ordered his arrest as soon as I heard your report. No, these are oak, but I'm still suspicious of him. He's clearly up to something. No one can open his boxes, and that noble son of the desert accent of his is so overblown it must be an act. Go and ask him some questions, Hogwarts altered Ironman Artic. If you be so kind. If nothing else, get a box off him.
Suspicious boxes. Right over here. Elitist. A shady goods merchant. Hi. Hello, Ellie. Greetings, Effendi. Would you like to buy a box? Why would I want a box? Do not be fooled by its commonplace appearance. These boxes have a complex puzzle lock. Buy one now for just 5 coins, and if you manage to get the box open, you win a mystery prize. Mystery prize, you say? Is it good? Potentially. The gods have smiled on my fortune recently, so I thought it only fair to give something back. So will the noble sir take one? Tell me a little more about them. I might be interested. Oh, they are fine boxes. The puzzle is so complex, so devious. The workmanship so fine and detailed.
Yes, all that. How about say where you got them or who made them? Noble sir, I'm amazed you could think me so callous as to reveal a supplier who has placed their trade secrets in my hands so... Okay, I take it you're not gonna tell me what's in the things either? Oh, sir, you must have won the contest in order to find that out. I suppose I'm gonna take one of the boxes then. Buy a box from Ali. Thank you. Good luck. Boxes. Customers. Have you got anywhere with this puzzle, dear? Not really. I've sort of stopped caring now. Yeah, me too. Strange. I might try in a bit, I suppose. If we can be bothered. Puzzle box. What is this? I don't even... This doesn't make any sense. Nothing interesting happens. You place your fingers into the 10 holes in the box's mechanisms and press. Thorough filling of the lock produces nothing interesting. Round poke of the puzzle, nothing interesting happens. Gentle shake, though initially promising, produces nothing interesting but a glooping noise. Twisting and shifting the lock mechanism makes nothing interesting happen. Nothing interesting happens when you place your fingers into the 10 holes. Do you have any luck, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic? Couldn't get anything useful out of him. Did get a hold of the box though. Have you tried opening it yet? I've tried. It's a very strange puzzle. I can't make any headway with it. Well, maybe this tired old brain still got the gumption, eh? You give Tiffy the puzzle box, and he turns his attention to it. Oh, fiddlesticks. I'm getting nowhere with this. Maybe I can help. Roger takes the puzzle from Tiffy and scrutinizes it. Nope. Jessica, you're the brains of this outfit. You try. Then takes the puzzle box from Raja and has a go. This puzzle doesn't make any sense. Well, now what? I have an idea. Let's do this the unsubtle way. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Let's plan how to get this thing open. Let's see now. You can blow it open. I think we'll have to blow it open. Yes, that could work. We'd have to smith up an adamant framework to contain the box once we've blown it open, though. We could rub Marintil tar into it. Reinforce with Marintil tar. True, Marintil tar is horribly unstable. It's used to feed salamanders, so it would help open the box too. How should we hold the contents? We should put it in a bowl. We need to put a bowl under the box to catch whatever falls out. Yes, a good plan. Also, Oh, for Gothix's sake! Will you two shut up and give me that thing here? Smash, smash, smash. Goop. By Gothix, there's pest goo in here. And the box is just veneer of oak over waxwood frame. A puzzle that cannot be completed. A box that doesn't open, which is full of life-sucking goop. What's going on here? Too early to say for sure, but I, for one, intend to find out.
That stuff is highly dangerous, sir. I would suggest you make efforts to confiscate and destroy as many of these boxes as you can.
Won't be easy. They've sold well, as I understand it. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. If Ali Tis is responsible for this, I intend to bring down all the wrath of the Temple Knights on his head. I appreciate if you could put some pressure on him, find out where these boxes of his are from.
Will do, Sir Tiffy.
That's pretty impressive, Karasi. Huh? Thank you.
Life-sucking goo was spread it over the city. It's probably fine.
Hello, Ali.
Hi, customer approaches. Will the noble sir care to see my fine wares?
I think not.
I've just been learning about a set of boxes that seem remarkably similar to yours.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. Where'd you get these boxes, Ali?
I bought them as a job lot in a fire sale. And I can't spoil the contest by telling you what's in them.
I think you're lying to me, Ali.
I think you can't prove anything. You can't go prying. And you can't reject my explanation.
Yeah.
Boxes of goods.
Boxes of goods.
How you guys doing? You kind of worth the puzzle, dear.
You're not doing good. That's a sack of duck food. That's later.
Yeah, nothing on them. What are we doing? He is not coming quietly.
You found out anything more on the source of the boxes?
I'm afraid not. They're only being distributed here by Alitist. He didn't make them, and he won't tell me who did. I say, these being obstructionists, you should have a word with Sir Amic up at the castle. Get a little leverage, don't you know? Drop my name if you must.
Ceramic.
Ceramic.
Alright.
We should have all the weight we need. Bring down the White Knights and the Temple Knights on this one guy. A bit overkill. That's always good. Up the stairs. Up the stairs again. A ceramic. Avoidance. How does life find you today, Harcourt Ironman, Artic? I need your help, ceramic. There's a vendor in town, Alitist, who's selling dubious goods. And I really need something to persuade him to spill the beans. Can you provide me with some form of leverage to use on him? This sounds decidedly unorthodox. Did Sir Tiffy put you up to this? There's no time for internal politics. This man could represent a direct threat to the safety of the city itself. Well, I'm willing to put my trust in you. After all, you are a White Knight of Falador. I'll write you a search warrant for his stock. I'd wager any seller of dubious goods won't want you poking around. Ceramic writes a warrant giving me authority to examine Ali's wares. It's hastily written, but legal. Thank you kindly, Ceramic. I'll have this all sorted out as soon as I can. Search warrant. This time entitles the bearer to search the stock of one Alitist. There we go. Let's see what he's really got here in these boxes. Besides just boxes of goo. Any information we can get would be helpful here. Back over here. You guys just keep hanging out over there. Don't worry, I got this. Allie, just... Hello, Allie. Greetings, F. Oh, it's you again. What do you want? I want to examine your stock. And I have this here warrant that says I can. What? No, you can't do that. Sorry, but let's stand on the warrant. I can. Unless you care to be a little bit more forthcoming. Alright, curse you, you win. An honest benefactor gave me this scroll a while ago. It led me on a chase around the whole Falador area, at the end of which I found a cave full of boxes with a big locked door at the end. I couldn't get the boxes open, but I took them with me to sell off to these chumps. By the time they realize things don't open, I'll be out of stock and long gone. I think you better give me that clue scroll. Seems I have no choice. I think it gives you a strangely grand clue scroll. Should probably report to Sir Tiffy and Karachi before heading out. Clue scroll. Not an elite clue scroll. Just a mysterious clue scroll. How mysterious? How clue scroll? Good day, Frostlight. Anything I can do for you? Very nice.
What's that you have?
Clue scroll.
Can't say I'm familiar with that.
Allie was given it anonymously, and it led him to those boxes. I'd follow the trail myself.
I see. Alright, we'll discuss with Sir Tiffy what to do with those boxes. While you follow that lead, we'll keep in touch via Comorb.
Well, she hands you a spare Comorb. Yay.
Good luck, Harcourt Ironman, Artic.
Yep. Mysterious clue scroll. It's a picture of dead trees, and a fence, and a river. It's over in Taverley. It's a Taverley dungeon. Probably looks different because of the changes to Taverley. There's always one thing with large area reworks. Clue scrolls, quest steps, people getting stuck in scenery. It's always quite something here. And this is the part where we need a spade for digging for clue scrolls. Later gets a dig option on it. That's also something. But for now, let's buy that tree there. Around here. Clue scroll. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic to Karasi. Come in, please. And I realize I'm holding you to standards that simply don't feel fine to someone who is in Void Knight. I fear I treated you poorly in the result, Jessica, and I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt such a touching moment, but I've made a certain amount of progress. That was quick, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Have you found the trail's end? Not yet. I'm west of the city now. I found a new clue scroll. And what exactly did I just interrupt? I was just apologizing to Jessica. I have been more than a little difficult, I think. It's only natural, Karasi. What I did was against all your precepts, and you blamed me in part for Matthias' death, yes? Worse, I blamed myself and took it out on you. Should have known better. I'm sorry for that. What's prompted this change of heart? I'm working with you. I've come to realize Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic was right. Your heart's in the right place and you never meant harm. And when harm came to your actions, you were more than willing to balance that harm. It's not too late to be friends, Krasi. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. They're just having a chat about doing clue scrolls. South of a city and east of a guild, there wanders a fellow whose path went astray. Hand him an onion and give him a wave. If on track for treasure, you're wishing to stay. South of the city, Valador. East of a guild, crafting guild. Wanders a man, the man that wanders there. And I do want to stay on track for this treasure. So we give him an onion. Could also just head slightly south of the crafting guild. Get an onion there. We can be prepared. Let's go see man. He's over here. Oh. I assume he's actually still over here. This is Highwayman. That's not the right man. East of the guild. Also this whole mess here. Let's see if it's even east of the guild anymore. Technically. There he is. Hello, man. Hello there. Oh, hello. Don't suppose you've seen a campsite around here, have you? No, sorry. Chris's lousy sense of direction. All my stuff's at that campsite. You've still got what you're carrying, though. Well, yes, not everything else in mine, though. How about an onion? Give him a wave. Receive another clue scroll. Strange, that fellow paid me and never said there'd be another. I mean, what is this? What are all these onions all of a sudden? That's classified, sir. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic to Karasi, come in, please. Yes, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Found another clue south of the city. Trail isn't veering too far away from Falador. Sounds like whoever planted this trail didn't want Ellie losing interest. Check a crate in the farmhouse west of the Falador farming patch. Well, that's not clever at all. That's just a regular searching. Also assuming there's going to be another in there. Also assuming that guy had 2 sets of all these the entire time. Brings up some questions about how the system's working here, but sure. Search a crate in the farmhouse. Right here. Crate. There's some crates. Search it. Find nothing. A crate. Another crate. Got a dairy churn. Got a crate with a tiny rooster on top of it. Nothing there. Any more crates. Boxes. Bedroom. There's a crate. Find another clue scroll hidden in the crate. This is Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Checking in. Found a clue scroll in the farmhouse just north of Port Sarum. Duly noted, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Keep up the good work. Yeah. Clue scroll. Splash of red in a holy bed lies north of its fountain east of Ice Mountain. Its 3 closest neighbors have petals of blue. Just dig where it's planted to find your next clue. East of Ice Mountain. Petals and fountains. We're going to the monastery. And we're going to go there via top of the house tab. Glory to Edgeville. Or go upstairs and use our other glory that's stuck to the wall for some reason. Anyways.
exactly what it said here. I'm just gonna go around the house here. Walls or something. Eventually. Eventually. Okay. 1 red, 3 blue next to it. Basically what it said. Okay. Red, closest blue, to here. Find another clue scroll. I found another clue scroll in the monastery, garden, Karashi. It's Jessica. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Karashi's talking to Sir Tiffy. You're close now, I'm sure of it. Oh, and Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, I want to thank you. By having faith in me and giving me the benefit of the doubt, you give me a chance to see what I've been blind to all the time I was at the Void Knight outpost. Come to know Karashi as a friend as well. I think it's clear what I have to do now. Okay. Last clue. It's coordinates. Oh no. This is the part where we'd use the sextant watch and chart that we brought, or later click on the sextant option here and twiddle it around until it gives us the answer. But it's close, like I said. And it's also in a completely different location, slightly. Because, again, world changes later. Still in the same general vicinity, though. See if I actually need to do anything, or if it just lets us enter the hatchway here. You have found the final destination of Aliatist's Clue Trail. Ha! Found it at last. Heavy hatchway is firmly locked by a twin release bolt. You'll need assistance to get it open. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic to Captain Karashi. Come in, please. I'm listening. I followed the last portion of the trail on Ali's scroll and ended up at a locked hatchway just outside Black Knight's fortress. The Kintra? Could they be involved in this somehow? It might not be anything to do with them, but I think we'll find out soon enough. Agreed. We should investigate immediately. I'd like to continue to accompany you if I may. I'm glad to have you along, Jessica. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, we're teleporting to you now. Common magic, I suppose. And then open the door. Hello, you two. Are you both ready? We're ready, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. It's time this sorry business was over with. Agreed. I want to see this come to an end. And, Karashi? Yes, Jessica? When all this is over, I'd like to, enlist, if that would be allowed. What? I've seen the havoc just one free pest can cause, and it's not even a warrior. Even though they're not the mindless, unfeeling creatures everyone thinks they are, they're still a threat to human life. I know we didn't start out on the best of terms, but I hope you might, write the recommendation I need. You know what? I think I'd be happy to. Let me mull it over. Very nice. Now then, shall we? Let me give you a hand with that. Open the door. It's very big. Alright. Down we go. Well, we're in. This must be where Ali found the boxes. Why would they lead him right to them? Indeed. Please stay there, you two. I'll see what we're up against. We got indentured workers, Black Knight Guard. 1 guard on duty, 1 locked door, and a fair amount of traffic through the room. Any suggestions? There's not much we can do about the workers. We'll just have to avoid them. The guard should be no problem, though. I can deal with him. Karashi deals with him. What the? Don't mind me. Bonk. Or Slice, because he's bones now. Oh boy. Well, that was easy. Okay. Psst. Right here, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. So hitting both of you, I'll see about talking my way past the door. Can't we try to avoid killing this one, please? I'm sure you can knock him out or something instead.
Karashi, go try.
Greetings, friend. I have a delivery for whoever's in charge.
Then you'll know the password we give to scheduled visitors.
Password? This is urgent.
Urgent or not, you're not getting in without the password. Get gone. Don't think I won't recognize you next time either. I have a good memory for faces.
He's a good guard. Blast that, the doorman's stubborn. Maybe we just need the password in order to get in. I may have an idea. I've come to recognize that tone of voice. Go on. If we can get a small and sneaky summoned creature up to the door when a worker is entering, could listen to the password and tell me what it is. That sounds feasible. Why do you hesitate? Because what I summoned would be a void drone. Professor Melville taught me the technique and I applied it to void pests. What? No! It would be entirely under my control. I assure you, I've summoned the same one before. We should not be responsible for bringing more of those vermin into the world. Actually, it sounds reasonable to me. If you're certain you can control it. Entirely. Very well, Jessica. Shall trust you in this, but keep it firmly in control. Void drone. Just summons a small void pest for you. I mean, just sneak it up to the door. Void drone bug. Okay. Avoid all the worker guys. Run past them. Let's get the low box. Carefully set Jessica's drone inside the box where it clings and listens. Yeah, right there. Brilliant. Worker walks up. Too far away to make out the words. The planet drone is listening carefully. There you go. Let me grab the drone. Retrieve the hidden drone. Over here. Find them. How did my little boy perform? I don't know, he won't talk to me. Oh well, they're fiercely loyal if you treat them right. What do you have from me, my lad? Nothing, I just said I can't get the... Not you. Just holds a void drone. Seems to be listening. The password is, in unity we overwhelm. Oh, that's not at all fanatical. Regardless, Jessica, why don't you go and try it out? With pleasure. Okay. Morning, sir. In unity we overwhelm. May I come in?
Of course. Does need to see your identity insignia.
Oh dear, I seem to have left in my other lab coat.
Then you're either an imposter or you committed a we kill your family offense. Either way, I don't want to see you here again.
I'm sorry to report that I have no success with the doorkeeper. We need some form of identification. Curses. I will need to acquire one and hope there are no further complications. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, would you kindly put those nimble fingers of yours to work? Sure, I don't need to tell you that to leave the arriving workers alone. Still for one as he leaves, and I'll most likely not notice until he's home.
It's time for stealing. So stand. Oh. Don't talk to me. I'm not here. Line workers, fearful of being punished. If you are discovered, punting out the door. Yeah, how's that working for you? I'm right back in. Anyways. Let's try to not get spotted. Preferably. Need to wait for someone to leave. Oh, come on, you can't see me. You're being ridiculous. I'm behind boxes. Don't be silly. Back down. I'm gonna wait over here for a little bit. They seem to come in before they come out. Pickpocket, indentured worker. Weighted indentured worker. Metal disc. Got it. You have an insignia? Good. Now let's see how getting through that door. Wait for people to not be walking past. Knock on guarded door. This one better be good. In unity we overwhelm. Show your identification then. I have it here. Is everything alright? Yeah, the stolen insignia through the slide in the door. Oh, just to be identified and turn back 2 intruders today already. Good thing security's so tight then. Indeed. Now give me that secret handshake and I'll let you in.
Secret handshake? Through a door? Nobody told me about a secret handshake. Well done. I see my trick question didn't fool you. I'm pretty sharp. Enter for you. Hello again.
Ah! Bonk.
Well, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, we need to decide what to do with this fellow. Can't risk leaving him free behind us.
Bah, I regret nothing. Do your worst, Ceredominous dogs.
Do I look like a follower of Sarah Doman to you?
It's safe to kill him now. Headbutt to death.
Well, we have to get through to the pest chamber. There'll be a key in the workshop somewhere. Please try to leave the workers alone if you can. I know they have their own keys, but they're unarmed and not truly Black Knights.
No promises, I'll see what I can do. Open the door. Option. Talk to indentured worker. Murder indentured worker. Hey, how's it going? Greetings. Please don't talk to me. I don't want to be punished. Rude. Search your workbench. Search the workbench. There's a small metal hook. Seems less sturdy attached than most. Boxes. Boxes. Workbenches. Search the workbench. There's a strip of metal and the frame is loose. The shelf. A big key. Examine the shelf. Large key rests on the shelf, but you can't reach it with your bare hands. Workbench. Pocket a spare tool, the other is looking away. Curious tool. Might come in handy. Workbench. Strip of metal. Unwork the loose strip of metal from the workbench, bring a tool in the process. I have a metal strip. That to reach up here. Look around, quite much. Reach the key. I have another thingy, so I can take that. Yep. This one had a loop of something. Break the tool to successfully pry the hook free from the workbench. My slave stares at you and lets you do it. Hook on the strip. Gap on the key. It's not really that high up. Fish the key from the shelf. This all could have been solved with murder. But you know, one thing at a time. Door locks with heavy click. It's the pest! My god, thanks! What have they done to it? And well guarded, too. Those are the Kinshra's elite knights. They look sort of intimidating. Stand well aside, please, Jessica. I don't want you getting hurt. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. The one on the right is mine. I don't want you to interfere, please. Ah, Captain. One hit. One hit. We're just that good.
So those were the vaunted Kinshra elites. They should come and train on brawlers for a while. We made it. You know, between us, we make a pretty good team. Undeniably so. Good grief, look at that thing. Look at all the equipment. How can they do that to a feeling, thinking creature? Machinery. Boxes. Sucking out the goo. Talk to the pest cage. I have no love for void pests, but, well, that's ghastly. Oh, the poor thing.
I am full of tubes and woe. You can talk?
He can talk? Perhaps you can understand and do your skill in summoning.
What does the mother say?
The mother?
With you. Well, the white shell of kind likeness. She raised us, she is the mother.
Jessica, this creature seems to have imprinted on you pretty hard. It's referring to you as its mother. Really? Well, perhaps the little kindness goes further than expected.
What happened to you? Free from small metal world with kind mother. World was big, was lost, confused. Made new home, small enough to wait until hive come. But no hive came. Instead, humans with black shiny shells, one leading them, his face hidden, his lifeness sparkling magic like a torture's. Wizard, they called him. Who, I cannot say, human all look the same. All but Carapace, and all but Mother. They took me and brought me here. Attached here in small metal world, those sucking tentacles. taking the food goo for me, forcing me to make more. Do you know why? Wizard said food goo will be power. We'll call out to the hive. Yes, the hive can feel lifeless-filled food goo. The black shiny shell humans think the work with Wizard to kill white shiny shell hive and Falador. Take lifelessness from human ravagers, take over. No. Wizard thought me unintelligent, talked to me, said he had greater plans for lots of my food goo. Please destroy my stolen food goo. Save poor Falador has hive's lifeless. Can't help me now.
Tell about yourself. Do we have time for this?
Woke to life and world was strange. Wrong place, no brothers, no sisters. Home was meadow, so small, but the mother was kind.
What are you? What is your purpose?
You would say void leech. I made the food goo, it stores lifeless. Food for the thin times. The hive needs food to hunt, to spread, to grow.
And to invade our world?
Queen commands. The ravagers and torturers invade, I made the food goo.
There we go. Enough of this. Put the pest down. I'm sorry, but I can't let you live to potentially harm others, whether deliberately or not.
I expected such.
Killing that creature must have been a difficult decision to make, hardcore ultimate Ironman Artic, but the right one. It didn't deserve that. Commodore Tyra wants to know what happened. Let's get back to the outpost. Anyone else think there's a lot of storage space for not very many cubes? We passed through several large and almost empty storerooms on our way in. Certificate can deal with the rest of this place once we report it. I believe Jessica and I need to return to Void Knight Outpost. Will you join us or make your own way?
We'll go with you. Teleport.
Okay.
Full of tubes and woe.
No longer.
Commodore Tyne.
Commodore, we've returned. Pleased to say the escaped pest has been found and dealt with.
Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Once again, we owe you a debt of thanks. I have our Temple Knight allies standing by. Please report.
Commodore. Which led Jessica to conclude the remaining cubes have already been shipped elsewhere.
Disturbing news. Savant, did you get all that?
Yes, thank you, Commodore. Although I have already heard part of the report from Certifi. Rest assured, our agents will continue to gather what information we can and pass on anything relevant. The White Knights have also pledged forces to destroy the cubes we know of. I can't help but wonder what they needed quite so many cubes for. Falador is not an enormous city, and an operation of that size produced 3 or 4 times what their apparent plan would need. I feel there's something more going on here, an influence we've not yet considered.
Nonetheless, our operation was a success. Thank you all.
You would have been proud of the captain, sir. She was magnificent. Her combat and command skills are truly impressive. And I commend your decision to send Jessica with us, Commodore. Her knowledge and expertise were invaluable in tracking the pest down, and our partnership showed much balance. She has asked me to forward her for Void Knight training, and I endorse the application wholeheartedly. Oh, Crashy, thank you.
Indeed, so be it then. Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic, congratulations on a successful mission.
Good to see you again, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Take care of yourself.
Yep. Yep.
Quest complete. The second part of the trilogy. The story continues soon. But for now, we get 10,000 Hunter, 10,000 Herblore, 8,000 Summoning, 8,000 Woodcutting, 5,000 Thieving, 5,000 Construction, 5,000 Mining, and 50 Commendations. There you go. No levels. That's alright. And those 50 commendations will be useful later. For now, we're done. More updates. More skilling grind. Next time. Goodbye.